Employment has, of course, always been a problem here in the Philippines, and particularly during economic crisis, we have the problem of how to employ our young people, not only college graduates, but even non-college graduates. And during the late 70s, early 80s, a group of businessmen recognized the need for doing something about our young people, and in particular, there was a lack of technically trained people. There was a need for improving our balance of payments, the employment of young Filipinos, and in particular in 1982, when there was the Mexican debt crisis, we had all kinds of economic difficulties. And so the idea was born of how to improve the skills of young Filipinos so that they can be in greater demand overseas, so that they can find high-paying jobs overseas. The original idea was actually, of a group of businessmen, is to try to set up something in construction. But because of the crisis, they switched into training in electromechanics in particular. And the German government, or a German foundation, Hans Seidel Stiftung, happened to have an interest. Their experience has been to give grants in apprenticeship work. And so they introduced the apprenticeship idea to this concept of the businessmen. And so Dual Tech was born. In effect, it sought to educate young boys, young men, not for general college education, but specifically for technical work, and to do it effectively through a combination of classroom work and on-the-job training. The original vision was to train young people, as best as possible, to give them kind of world-class training, but in technical fields, not in general knowledge, but really to make them truly technical. So that was the original vision, and up to today, the vision remains relevant.
Is the dual tech approach still workable? Is it still acceptable to companies?
Yes, definitely. The dual tech approach is a combination of classroom work and apprenticeship, and nothing can really beat on-the-job training. They learn not only the theory, but also how to run the machinery. They learn quality control. They learn how to work in a factory situation, not only with other people, but also in a corporate organization where they have to follow, in effect, the policies, the rules of the organization, supervision from above, and they learn this very well indeed under the method applied by Dual Tech. Oh, definitely. It makes sense for them because, for example, if a student has already been working with the company, then the student, once he finishes his course, would be a natural as far as a new hiree to the company is concerned. Not only does the company know how competent he is, and he is obviously competent, having trained in effect 2 years, partly with the company itself. So the student not only is competent technically, he also already knows the values, the systems, the culture of the organization. So it makes perfect sense for the organization to really hire dual tech graduates. Participation in the dual tech system produces excellent workers. And it is a contribution on the part of cooperators, not only to the individual persons, not only to the individual students, but also to the country in general, and also to industry in an even more general sense. By contributing to Dual Tech and by accepting Dual Tech students as trainees, students face a brighter future. So, if only for altruistic reasons, companies have a great justification or have great incentive in helping Dual Tech. Not only that, they're also helping themselves because by increasing the pool of trained electromechanics technicians, then the workforce or the work pool is expanded, and the companies have a greater field of choice, so that when they expand or when they upgrade the quality of their production, the workers are readily available. And as I said, in a more general sense, they're also developing, they're also helping, they'll be helping the Philippines as a developing country. They'd be assisting in the improvement of the workforce and ultimately in the quality of the population and in terms of general income and employment and training of and capability of young Filipinos.